An American pilot lands on a remote jungle airstrip in Indonesia. Minutes later, his plane is in flames. Papuan separatists say they killed him deliberately, not just to send a message to Jakarta, but to Washington as well. Now, a decades-old insurgency has dragged the United States into its crosshairs. And the question is, will they respond? A plane lands on a remote airstrip in Indonesia's Highlands. Minutes later, its pilot is dead and the aircraft is burning. Separatist fighters in Indonesia's restive Papua region have killed an American pilot and torched his civilian plane, an attack a rebel spokesperson says was deliberately aimed at sending a warning to Washington and Jakarta.
Today, on Thursday, July 2nd, 2026, my soldiers and I shot down and burned a plane and shot the pilot. This is all me and my troops. If you want to find us, find us. Do not comb through civilians.
The pilot, identified as Nicholas F Gosselin, was flying for the airline PTAMA when his aircraft touched down in the Yahukimo region of Highland, Papua province. What happened next was captured on video and sent out by the rebel group itself. Fighters carrying guns and axes, raising the Morning Star flag, the enduring symbol of Papuan independence.
Police and the military must not go to Safan and Ninia districts. If you want to evacuate the pilot's body, then the president, the Yahukimo Regent Didimas Yahuli, and the Chief of Parliament must come by themselves. Evacuate his body without the military and the police.
Sebby Sambom, spokesperson for the West Papua National Liberation Army, said the plane had been frequently dropping Indonesian military personnel in violation of the group's ultimatum. He called the killing a message.
The aircraft had been frequently dropping Indonesian military personnel and violating our ultimatum.
Indonesian authorities have confirmed the bones of the story, but not its bloodiest detail. A spokesperson for the Joint Police-Military Operation in Papua verified that a plane carrying an American pilot and 7 passengers was found burned at the Yahukimo airport, but said officials could not yet confirm whether the pilot had been killed by rebels. All 7 passengers, he said, were Papuans. The aircraft had flown in from Wamena, another town in the Highlands, before communications went silent on arrival. PTAMA's planes typically ferry food, fuel and mail into villages cut off from the rest of Papua by mountains and jungle. This is not the first time a pilot has been caught in the crossfire of Papua's independence struggle. In February 2023, rebels seized New Zealand pilot Philip Mertens after a similar remote landing, holding him captive for more than a year and a half before releasing him in September 2024. The US Embassy in Jakarta has not yet responded to the alleged incident, and the fate of the aircraft, now a smouldering wreck on a jungle airstrip, has become the latest flashpoint in a conflict that shows no sign of slowing.
Indonesia contingent who leave us for heavenly above on Venezuela standard. Chief Sergeant Unifil, he displayed the highest standards of professionalism lost to the Indonesia contingent and Unifil.
Alhamdulillah.
Will now offer his prayers for the departed soul.
Di negara ini ya Allah, Rabbana atina
in South Lebanon.
Today, we stand together in grief. We gathered to honor 3 brave Indonesian peacekeepers: Major Zulmi Adia, First Sergeant Nur Ikhwan, Private First Class Farizal Ramadan. They lost their lives here in Lebanon, serving under the United Nations flag, serving for peace. As post commander, this is the hardest moment. We have not only lost peacekeepers, we have lost brothers. On behalf of the entire UNIFIL community, I express my deepest condolences to their families, to their loved ones, and to the Indonesian Armed Forces. Our thoughts are with Indobat, with every Indonesian peacekeeper who continues to serve with courage and dignity. Thank you very much, sir. Their sacrifice goes far beyond one nation. It brings us together, UNIFIL and the entire United Nations peacekeeping community, in shared respect and commitment. They come here far from home with one purpose: to serve peace. They did it with courage. They did it with honor. They did it until the very end. Today, words feel small. There are moments when silence says more. But we must speak to remember. We must speak to honor. To their families, no words can take away your pain. But please, know this: they are not forgotten. They will remain part of this mission, part of all of us.
Throughout their service in Lebanon, they played a vital role alongside their comrades in the Indonesian battalion under the UNIFIL banner. They contributed meaningfully to preserving peace in southern Lebanon, and they stood as true advocates of the enduring friendship and cooperation between Indonesia and Lebanon. Any attack against UNIFIL, regardless of its scale, is a direct attack on Lebanon's security. It is unequivocally rejected by the Lebanese people enduring the consequences of the ongoing Israeli aggression against their country.